guys, welcome to the GBJ Podcast. Today is going to be our fourth episode, so I'm going to start us off with bullying.
Um, I feel like there's a lot of bullying going around in the school, especially in like the fifth and sixth graders.
Most definitely. Because there's like accounts online, like we discussed last episode, like the accounts, the George Brown stuff, especially on Instagram, they cause a lot of drama, and there's like people, they're spreading rumors. It's just like a conflict that had happened a week ago or a couple of days ago between some students, and um I know one of the accounts, and I've told an adult about them, but I think that because the school has I forgot what they're called, but they get paid to like go online and find stuff about our school, and so they could tell the principal, and then they could take it down.
Last year, some girl was spreading rumors of that some girl had lice in her hair, and the girl who was spreading that rumor got suspended because no one wanted to hang out with who to the person who was she was talking about. No one wanted to hang out with her, so she got suspended and got a referral because she was saying that they had lice.
Yeah, once you get older, you start to realize how bullying affects people even worse, and that's why people do it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think bullying affects a lot of people, especially with people bullying and other people getting depressed and stuff like that happens, and it's really sad.
I know, especially because of this year, I know kids that are depressed, like Julie said, and especially from last year, I knew a whole bunch of kids that weren't the best, and I did my best to have them not be so sad because of bullying and other problems, like problems at home, because it's not just like school bullying. There could be bullying in like home between like your siblings or between like your parents and stuff, or your step parents, and a lot of the time it was the the kids parents that were bullying, or it was the kids siblings. But I have had some issues where kids would like come to me because I comfort people, and they'll like tell me all the stuff that happened, and it has been bullying at school, and it's just not right.
I mean, that's what I feel like everyone should do, is just go tell an adult if you're being bullied more than once.
Yeah, or someone just to talk to let it out and have your mind on something else than something you're worried about.
Whenever, because I saw bullying happening before when I was in third grade, and during that, when it was happening, I didn't go up to the person because I didn't want any problems with them, but I did go to a teacher. I think it was a rec aide. I think I went up to Miss Marissa, and I told her like that girl was being bullied by some boy, and I saw her like get pinned against a wall, and so I went to tell Miss Marissa, and then Miss Marissa went up to the kid that was bullying, and then the problem got resolved. But the kid did end up getting a referral.
Well, what I would do if someone was getting bullied, I would first go see what the problem is, because Miss G said a couple of times if you see bullying, you can report it. But if it's just little things oh, he touched me, or this, and not the tattletale, I first go see what's happening, and if it's not a tattletale, I will go tell an adult.
I don't really see bullying happening or stuff I'm gonna be honest. I don't really see any of that here. I just don't see it.
Yeah, me too. I don't see bullying, but if I did, I would just go tell an adult and comfort the person who was being bullied.
I'm always just doing my own thing. I just really don't pay attention about what's going on. So
I feel like bullying is just little nonsense, because I mean, for like, well, I feel like it's just dumb that people bully each other because there's nothing really that they're doing to you, but there is stuff going on in the bullier's life, and when something's going along, or something's going, something's happening in their life, they take it out on other people, which leads them to bullying them.
So I'm going to tell you guys a story of when I was in school. I was in high school when this happened, but I still think about it to this very day. There was this girl. Her name was Heather, and she was in special ed, and people made fun of her, and I didn't stand up for her. And I remember one day we were walking, and in high school, when you're walking from one class to another, there's always crowds of people. And Heather fell down, and she wasn't able to get up. And I kept walking while people were laughing at her. And to this very day, I feel awful about the fact that I did not stop and help her get up. So I just think that, I understand, Camila, you're saying that you're kind of in your own bubble and you don't necessarily see things. But it is something that we should probably look out for and try and see, because there are people who are getting bullied, and there are people who are afraid to come to school, and it's kind of inherent on all of us to make sure that they don't feel that way.
Um, that's crazy, I guess. I've never really seen bullying, but when I did my best to stop it. But I feel like some people can mistake things for bullying um, because I was running one time because me and my friend were racing, and there was his friend, and this girl had long hair, and as I was running, I accidentally like tripped and fell on top of her, and she told an adult, and then I got in trouble and accused of bullying her, but I didn't really do anything on purpose, at least.
Yeah, also, talking when I said I haven't seen bullying a lot, I at the beginning of this year, my little cousin, he told me that people were pushing him, and he even told me that some kid wanted to fight him in the bathroom, and we went to tell an adult, and a couple days later nothing happened, and there's no problems going on right now, but I'm pretty sure someone talked to him, but still, like, he's still a little kid, and he was being bullied, and nothing was being happened. So yeah.
Something that I think that can be more of an issue is cyberbullying, because I feel like it happens more in person, especially how you can because you can create a fake account and then go to someone's account on like TikTok or on Instagram or something, and then like start accusing them, well, not accusing them, of like bullying them and like making them like feel bad about themselves, because I do genuinely feel like cyberbullying happens more than in person, because you have more of an advantage of not getting caught, more of an advantage to be able to say more things uh instead of like you know going up to the person in like real life and then like attacking them or like screaming in their face, because then there's more people around. But when you're cyberbullying, then you could because on Instagram you don't need to follow someone to talk to them, you could just like send a message to them. And so there, especially when you're cyberbullying, then like the messages are private and no one can see. So I feel like something that people should do if they are getting cyberbullied is post about it, or instead of post about it, bring awareness more to it, and like tell report them on what they're cyberbullying you on, and then tell someone that you know you can trust, that someone that won't make fun of you because you're getting bullied. And so when you tell that person, they could do something about it. And if it's happening at school, then you should definitely tell an adult.
Yeah, like, what satisfaction do you get in like bullying someone? Like, it's just wrong to do, and it's not really cool. Cause like, what do you get in bullying someone? Like, you don't get a prize, you don't get a reward or a medal, and like, what satisfaction do you get out of bullying someone?
I feel like people just bully someone to make them feel better about themselves, because usually what happens to people that bully is they usually have their own problem that they're ashamed of, or something that they're insecure about, and so they go and they pick on other people to like make them feel better about themselves, and to make them feel more confident and more like, I don't really know how to put it, but yeah, more confident, basically more. I want to say like more popular, or more like, I don't know, surrounded by people, because I know a lot of people that are insecure, and some used to bully, but
Yeah. Cyberbullying is a very big problem with when it comes to social media. I feel like a lot of people, every minute, every second, are getting bullied right now. But yeah. Also, there's like there could be like people sending rumors about you on the internet too. So people should be aware of that.
okay, guys. So now we are going to move on to Lolly's top 5 most embarrassing things to happen at school.
Top 5 is just starting to sing randomly out loud.
So why? That was funny. Why would someone sing? Well, I feel like that happens to me a lot. Like, I have a song stuck in my head and I just start singing it, but I don't really sing it out loud. Like, I'll hum it or something. But I don't know. I feel like that is pretty embarrassing to just like start singing out loud.
Multiple times I have sang out loud. I don't know why. I just have this song playing, like a song that I just had listened to, and it's just catchy. I would just start singing it out loud, and I just don't know why.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm like in class and I'm like just bored, I'll just be sitting there like, what should I do? And I'll just be like on my computer doing stuff. And then all of a sudden, I just get this random thing just to start singing, but I can't because I'm in the middle of class and it's like really silent. So I just start like singing in my head.
Number 4 is just to make a weird face randomly in class.
The sound effects are really funny, but I don't really think if you like did a weird face in class, I don't think most people would notice unless like someone's staring at you, and even if someone's staring at you, that's like pretty weird.
No, because multiple times I would have people like sitting in front of me, and they would just look up out of the computer, and I would just have like a weird face on, and I'd be like confused why I had a weird face on in the first place.
Instincts. I mean, not instincts. Yeah, habits. It's like, because I used to do that a lot, where I'd like be making weird faces, and I know like a kid in my class that does that, and it's because I got used to it, but it'd be embarrassing, so I like told myself to stop, and I kept doing it, but eventually I stopped.
I feel like Camila relates to this because she just like out of nowhere she just likes making weird faces. Like we're just talking and it's like we're just talking and then it's like really awkward and all she just makes a weird face and we all start like bursting out of laughter. So yeah.
No comment.
Number 3, just staring at someone, because I will sometimes doze off, but I would just like think about what's going on in that person's head that I am staring at. I will just stare at them until they look at me. I just don't know why. It's just a habit I have. Even in the car when I just look at my mom, and
Like I would just be like staring at someone, and then like I'm like, "Whoa, that's like a really cool shirt," and they just like look at me, and I'll be like, oh my god," because like it's just so embarrassing just to see that someone's catching you staring at them, and it's just weird.
The only time that I stare at someone, which is a lot, is when I'm daydreaming. Because I don't know, I would be in class and then I'll be like paying attention and then I'll start daydreaming and then I'll like zone out and then I'll look at something else or I'll look at someone and then I'll start daydreaming again. And it's weird because I'll daydream not I won't daydream about the person, I'll just daydream about random things. And I don't know, when like they realize that I'm staring at them, I get unfocused and it's funny and embarrassing to me. But I feel like the things that Lolly is listing is things that everybody does. If not everybody, then a lot of people.
Yeah, I just like staring at the ground. It's just I like thinking and then just staring at the ground like, what should I do after school?
All right, Lolly, number 2.
Just being in your own world. Because thank you. But just me being in my own world is just weird because I will doze off so often, even if I'm in the car. Just for like 5 seconds, I will doze off because when we are in, I caught a stoplight, I just stare at a plant and think like, how did that plant get there? I don't know why. It's just confusing.
Yeah, me too. Every time we like pass by mountains or we're like near them, I just be like, whoa, those have been there longer than us. And I just think it's weird.
Yeah, like this one time, we were in a red light, and I was zoned off, and like I didn't realize I was staring at the person in like the car next to me, and then they look at me, and we're just like making direct, strong eye contact, and I'm like, and then like when the light turns green, we just go on about our day, and it was just like it is pretty embarrassing.
Um, so when you guys are gonna be watching the podcast, we're gonna be laughing. It's because we just got a new soundboard and we're still getting used to sounds.
All right, Lolly, number 1, right? We're on number 1.
Okay, this one's funny to me. So you're just running, or just running, face planting, or running into something, which I have done multiple and multiple times. Thank you for the sound effects.
So I've got a question. When you're walking and you trip, do you try and play it off like you meant to do that?
I start
Yes.
running. Like if I trip, like I'm walking and then I trip, I just start running. Like I start jogging or something. I don't know why I do that. It's just something that I've been doing.
Funny story. It was on Monday, I think. Yeah. I was running and then my friend, I ran into her and I tripped her on accident. And she has like bruises on here. I feel so bad, but she's like too strong and I'm scared of her. So
Yes, like back in 5th grade, like I fell and like all my stuff fell out my backpack. And I was just sitting there just picking up all my stuff while everyone was just staring at me because all my stuff just fell out my backpack.
So I think, I don't know. I think it was like last year. I've tripped. While we were running at PE, I tripped, and I don't know why, but it seems like, I don't know, I just tripped, and then I got it back up, and I was looking around, and I kept running, and I was looking around to see if anybody was looking at me, and I somehow ran into a tree, and then I got it up, and I was like, hope no one saw that, but everyone saw it, and everyone was like, remember when you tripped and then ran into a tree? And I was like, I don't know.
Yes, like if I were to fall, I would just lay there for a while. Or like depending on what I'm doing, like if I'm like riding a scooter and I trip, I at least try to catch myself so I won't fall on the street. And it's just pretty funny to me, just falling in public. Actually really embarrassing.
So moving on, all four of us that are on the camera now will be leaving George Brown, and we will be going to middle school. And there's only a few weeks left of school, so let's talk about the end of the year.
I'm excited because in Mr. Rogers' class this year, we get to write a poem and then perform it in front of the class. And then after, we have a karaoke party, I think. And then what else? I don't know.
You guys are lucky to have a karaoke night because my school years, like, we never got to do any of that. We just had parties like this school year. We had a lot of parties like for the holiday. We got to make pie and stuff like that. And so uh, my teacher this year was really fun, and I had a great year.
Yeah, like since it's gonna be like the end of the year, there's just gonna be like a ton of parties and like basically everyone just coming out with candy bags, little juice pouches. There's like a big old bag of candy, and I was like, wow, a lot of candy.
I'm gonna miss George Brown. I've been here for, I think, I've been here since first grade, but still, I spent my elementary years here, and leaving elementary is one of the biggest moments in my life. It's gonna hurt me a lot leaving this school, and I'm gonna miss all my teachers and all the memories I had with my friends, and it's just gonna be like really sad.
Yeah, me as well. I'm leaving George Brown, and I don't want to because I've been here since third grade, I think. And I really want to stay for sixth, but I'm going to a middle school, and I'm going to miss all my teachers and all the memories I've had here.
One of my favorite school years because like Julie said, it is gonna be hard leaving the school because I spent most of my school, well, all of my school years actually at this school, except for first grade. But my favorite like school year was last year. My teacher last year was retiring, and so we had a lot of fun. And the end of the year was really fun because all we did was party and watch movies, and it was really fun.
Yeah, last year was one of the best years I had here with Mr. Rogers. I felt like that really made my year. I'm gonna miss Mr. Rogers too. So
Yeah, like mostly like I've never been to a school where they don't do parties. I've never been to a school where they don't do parties. Like at least like one party a year or something. Like in the holidays or at the end of the year. Like last year, like no, a couple years ago, I was in a different school. They threw a big old Halloween festival. It was like really fun because there was like carnival games, playground, and this year's also great too because there's all basically the same thing.
Something that I'm gonna miss this year is the podcast because I got so used to like looking forward to it like every Wednesday because usually we have a meeting or we film, and we're not gonna have that next year. And you guys are going to be seeing a new group of kids instead of us.
I'm
Yeah,
scared to move on.
me too, especially going to a new school. It's just weird to go. And you have to get used to everything, how like it was, because it's not, everything's not the same at every school.
Okay, so everybody's favorite memory of George Brown. What's your favorite memory of George Brown?
My favorite memory is when it snowed. It snowed over here at school, and we had a sub that day, and so we all got to go out. And this kid, he just wanted to like be inside and play cool math games, but the rest of the class went outside and we played in the snow.
My favorite memory, we talked about this earlier, where I fell and I face planted into the floor and then ran into a tree. That was one of my favorite memories.
What do you think about this?
Obviously, I have a lot of memories here, but I have a lot of favorites. But I think one of my favorites was when I was in Mr. Rogers' class and we were watching a movie and he let us sit on the ground and have our blankets and pillows and we were just like laying down there like it was our bed watching a movie, but it was like really fun. So that was my favorite memory.
Yeah, that's also my favorite memory where we just moved everything aside and there's a big old like a ton of snacks over here, and everyone was just so focused on the movie. It was pretty fun.
So that is all the time that we have, and I wanted to thank everyone here, Mr. Rogers, Camila, Julie, Lolly, and off camera we have Nicole, helping us with any technical difficulties that might happen. And this is gonna next episode is gonna be our last episode before the school year ends. And so yeah, I just wanted to thank you all for watching, and goodbye.
Bye. Bye.
That.
Bye, gummy bears.
Bye bye.